This message is for somebody who's struggling a lot right now. You're in a very dark place and you're lonely. You feel like you cannot talk to anyone. You feel like no one will understand what you're going through, that people will judge you. You feel like there's no hope for you, and you feel so trapped. You feel like there is no end to your struggles. Now, this is what the Bible says about going through trials and challenges in life. In James chapter 1, verses 2 to 4, it says, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds. For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing." James in this book is encouraging us to not be fearful of struggles and trials of life, but to consider it pure joy. Why? Because if you look at an example of children, they go through growing pains. They have to teeth, they have to be very uncomfortable. First, they don't know how to walk, they have to learn to crawl, and then eventually they'll start walking, and then they will start running. But if children don't go through these uncomfortable developmental stages, then parents will worry because it is not considered normal growth for a child, and it worries the parents. Hence, there is some level of difficulty a child has to go through in order for them to grow in life, in order for them to thrive. It's the same way with our spiritual walk. We have to go through dark areas where we are isolated, and we're isolated with a purpose, because the Bible says that testing of our faith will produce steadfastness. A teacher teaches in a classroom, but when it's time for testing, a teacher stays silent, because now it's the time for the student to demonstrate whether they have learned the lesson or not. And this is the same way how God is. He is quiet during our times of testing for Him to see if we've learned enough to take us to the next level. So do not be afraid of testing. Do not be afraid of dark places. In fact, rejoice. Rejoice when you go through struggles, because you know that you're going to encounter God. You're going to get closer to God during this season. Now, when we're in a dark season, there are a few things that really, really help to help us come out of that dark time. Because if we just don't do anything, if we're just going to sit there and be passive about it, if we're just going to sit there and just let life pass by, then we will be defeated. Okay? So during this dark time, there's a few things that you can do to help you come out of this dark time. First of all, you've got to believe that you're going to come out of this dark place. You have to have hope, and hope in God that He will help you get out of this place. You are not stuck here permanently. Number 2, remind yourself of all the times when God has been faithful, the times when He answered your prayers, when He did a miraculous work in your life, when He provided for you, when God helped you in a very unexpected way. Remember His faithfulness. Number 3, talk to someone. Seek godly counsel. Talk to your parents, talk to your spouse, talk to a trustworthy friend, talk to your pastor, anyone who can provide you with godly counsel. Number 4, let all your frustration out before God. You just vent before Him and pour your heart out and let Him know however you're feeling. If you're feeling discouraged, disappointed, depressed, isolated, however you're feeling, if you're feeling crushed, you're feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you don't know what to do, cry out to Him and pour out your heart to Him. And you will be sharing something so deep with somebody who cares for you very deeply and loves you deeply. And by opening your heart up to God, it will bring calmness and peace to your soul. It will bring rest to your mind that now you've released all your stress to God, and He's the only one who can turn your situation around. Number 5, be patient. Give yourself some time to learn what God needs you to learn through the situation. Give God a chance to prove His love to you. Give Him a chance to show you the blessings that He has for you. And don't give up. If God doesn't take you out of the situation, He will help you get through it. So trust in God and do not lose hope.